Hey everyone on YouTube, how you guys doing? I'm in my garage, thought I'd make a few knives. It's kind of cold in New Jersey. Today's the day after Christmas. Got the week off from work, on vacation. My son's also home. So I thought I'd try making a knife. I haven't done a video in a while, so I apologize for that. But the point the point of this video is to grind some steel, because you folks like seeing knife makers grind steel. So what we have here is the handle design of the cold steel agent. I love their the 2-finger holes, so I wanted to do that. And cold steel also has a Bowie knife that looks very much like this. So basically taking two of their designs and meshing them together. The double agent, or I think it is, has a Bowie and a Bowie knife blade part to it, but it's really short. So I made this one a little longer, a little heftier, 3V steel. Don't worry about that, that's just playing around. But what I like about this is, I'm trying to get some reach here, hold on, is with this knife here, which I think is like a 4-inch blade, 4 or 5-inch blade, right? And this would be your typical way of holding it. I like the 2-finger holes because if I had to hit something hard, my knuckles are protected, right? Because it hits the 2 knuckles. Finger guards. Alright, so you could also, the way I made this little belly thing here, it fits these 2 fingers nicely, and the pinky around the pommel, and now you've got more reach. Or you can take it even further out, right? And the ring finger now grabs the pommel, and this is still sturdy. And it even works this way. It's even sturdy this way, with just 2 fingers and the thumb on the spine. And it'll be even more comfortable when I put a handle on it, when there's something a little more to grab. Now you've got a much longer knife. And again, in the reverse, you got the middle finger now grabbing the pommel, and now you've got some pretty good reach. So your 5-inch knife is almost like now an 8 or 9-inch knife. So I like this design. Got the cap in the way. Sorry guys, coming at you raw, like Ellen Marshall. Okay, so I already started grinding this side here. This came back from the heat treat quite some time ago. 3V steel turns a little red, a little burgundy color. So I hit it with an 80 grit, trying to get the grind lines to go in one direction, and then kind of change direction and whatever. Okay, so my first step would be to remove the scale, work on this flat side first, not too much concern around this area where the handle's going to go. Want to make sure the pommel is somewhat presentable, and make sure the blade area is somewhat presentable. You can see there are some grind lines that go in a different direction. Haven't decided which way to go with that. Next is to work on this side, this flat. Then I'll work on the spine with a Dremel. Work on this area here underneath, the finger holes, and then the last thing I'll do is the blade. So my first thing of concern is to do everything but the blade, because once you've got the blade the way you want it, then worrying about this part here or worrying about the spine can cause problems to your blade later on. You might end up with scratches on your blade, on the blade area. I'm not too sure what kind of handle material to use yet. Thought I'd give it a little bit of a design back here in the pommel rather than keeping it straight. It's got almost like a coffin, a little tapered there. I'm gonna have to hit that with the contact wheel. Alright, so enough talking, let's do some grinding.
So I did, I just felt that
I touched that up a little bit intentionally because, there we go. I hit it there intentionally because I wanted to make a finger choil in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But what I'm trying to make is I've gotten as far as I want to with the sides, and now I'm going to work on the blades, the blade and the swedge next. No need to touch the spine at this point, so there's still, I knew that was a mistake. Alright. No need to touch the spine at this point because when I put the scales on, I'm going to hit it anyway. So there's still some scale there. And after playing with the knife, I thought, you know what I want to do? I want to put a finger choil here to choke up on the blade if I have to. The blade right now measures 5 inches, and if I remove a little part of this blade, it's going to be 4 3/4, and that's fine. The swedge marks are not the same on both sides. It's as far as I wanted to get it to before heat treat, and I'll even it out later. So it's 12 o'clock around now, so I'm going to take a little lunch break, and I'll pick it up after lunch. So, guess must be getting tired and just, I don't know, not my best work, but made a nice plunge line here, which lines up with the outer loop here. Deep in here, I had a deep scratch, a deep divot, if you will. Must be my technique, and I see that happen in a lot of my knives, where to clean up this area here is kind of tough, and probably because I go in too deep with the plunge line. So I started bringing the plunge line out to flatten out that divot, if you will, and when I finally cleaned it up, I noticed that I'm pretty close to this outer edge here, so I kind of connected it together. So it's one smooth transition. It looks kind of neat. I was going to put a finger choil here to choke up on it, and then I ended up with this. So, you know, knife makers don't make mistakes, they just change their designs. Sometimes they make shorter knives. So, I didn't want to go out this far. It looked cool. I took it too far. I needed to clean up the divot, so now there's no finger trail over here, which is fine. This was going to be kind of thin anyway. Sounds like I'm making up excuses, but whatever. So that's what I ended up with. And then I was having a hard time putting the swedge on top here. Was doing a freehand and it wasn't going too good. Ended up grinding this flat again and trying again, flat again and trying again. So this is as far as I'm going to go with it. Not too happy the way this is meeting up here. I was kind of hoping to get it right to the tip. That's pretty challenging. So that's 80 grit over here, 80 grit over here. I was using the platen to make the flat. I was using the slack to do a convex. It's this whole section here is convex. And the contact wheel to do this swedge with 80 grit. So this is, I was working with 220 and it was just taking too long, dropped it to 150. So I left it there, 150, 80, and 80. The other side, oh look at this over here. That's what I'm talking about. It wasn't coming too straight. Yeah, it's got a little nick there, but I'll clean that up because this has a sharp edge, so when I smooth this out, this will go away, so I'm not too worried about that. With the platen, I hit it over here at 80 grit. And on this side, again, I don't know, sometimes my left is better than my right. That is terrible over here. I'm not happy with it, but I'm done playing with it. Not the better of the two sides. Not a very good flat over here with the contact wheel. There's two different facets. You know, I did get this pretty good. This little transition there. The sharp edge doesn't start until here, but it does look like it's longer, right? But this is actually not sharp, but the sharp edge starts here. And it has a little bit of an edge. I don't want to go any further until I get the scales on, and I'll finalize the edge. Over here it's fairly sharp, and then it's doesn't have much of an edge over here. Okay, whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to put on some scales, let them sit overnight, and tomorrow I'll grind them. I'll grind the scales down, and I'll do a sheath. So this is my Bowie double agent 5-inch blade knife. I guess now if I'm measuring it here, it might be 5 1/4. Alright guys, I was hoping for it to come out a little better. It didn't. So I'm going to stop here before I get any more frustrated, or before it gets worse.
Yeah.
Well, except for putting an edge on it or and the Kydex, I'm pretty much done with it. Not my best work. I slipped with the Dremel. Pretty pissed off about it. I should have put more tape on it to protect it in case of a slip. I thought I was, I don't know, saving tape or something. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I had a feeling this was not going to be my best work. Anyway, can't fix it now. Good spot for a logo. Crap. Alright, the grind lines here aren't my best work either. They're not even. Just having an off day. I don't know. Just a little too close to the belt, too sharp of an angle, so the belt kind of vibrates a little bit and hit there. Doing a free hand on the contact wheel, a little off there. I mean, it's just a piece of crap knife now, right now. Being a little rough with it. Anyway, very similar to a YouTuber, and I'll put his link below. Don't do it as well as he does, but it was his style. I think I should have just kept this, but so it's pretty much the design I wanted to go with. Cold steel double agent, a little more of a pummel, much bigger blade, nice drop point there, with the blade that kind of starts here. The cutting surface doesn't start until here actually, so you can still put a finger here, or maybe I'll eventually down the road carve this out, make a finger choil, so you can grab it this way. If I can, there you go. Just so you can choke up on it and get a little more, you know, mobility or whatever, do a little finer work if you had to choke up on it. Again, it's not ground here. There's no edge on it. You can see there's no edge on it. Not yet. But that's pretty cool. You can grab it this way if you want. You can grab it this way as you normally would. You can grab it this way if you want. You can even grab it this way if you had to. Now you've got a very long reach. A 5-inch blade almost becomes an 8-inch blade. And in the reverse grip. It's pretty cool. Reverse grip. Alright, well, I'm probably going to do a sheath, and I'll record that. I can't believe this crap. Anyway. Next time, removable scales. This crap happens. All I gotta do is remove the scales and grind it down again. Not doing it this, not gluing the scales anymore. Live and learn. Hi guys, so it's done. I can't say that this is my best work ever. Learning experience. But got the sheath on. It's kind of like a drab green with black rivets. On this side I used, or eyelets. On the other side I used, it's like a nickel colored ones, just to see which one goes better with this green. I guess they both look good. Well, that's the face side, the side the Tech-Lock does not attach to. And the Kydex sheath's pretty good. It's good retention. Slides out nice, and there we go. Again, I like that little swoop that goes in line with the knuckle guard. Nice belly, long swedge, extra long tang. So very much like the double agent, only a longer blade, more belly, more downward swoop, larger, more significant pummel. It's got a very nice balance. It's balanced right here at the ricasso. It's got a very nice balance, and it's almost a 1/4 inch. Fits really good in the hand. If anything, I would say this is a little thin here. Maybe someone with a larger hand might want. I don't know. Someone with a larger hand might find it nice if they got a nice meaty palm. So that's it. not my best work, but kind of happy. I think my next one I want to make a larger blade. This one measures, keep the camera on, almost 5 inches. It's not bad. And to the end here, almost 10.5. Alright guys, I'm not too sure what I'm going to record, what I'm going to edit out. Hopefully this video is worth watching. If not, I'll probably try to work on my next one. Alright guys, thank you. Have a good new year. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Bye.